Hi, my name is Lubomira. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, where I show you how to combine manual card making techniques with the Cricut. This video shows the step-by-step process using Cricut Design Space to make an element I use in a card. If you're interested in seeing the card making process, please see the link in the description below. If you like this video, please click the like button, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one, click to subscribe to my channel. Let's jump right into it. Today we'll be making an ornament card using elements created with the Cricut, and then jazzing them up with some cute stamping methods. The first part of the tutorial will show you how to use basic shapes found in Cricut Design Space to make an ornament. You won't need any other program or download. So the first thing we're going to do is insert 3 circles directly from the program. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to resize 2 of those to 3.5 inches, and the third one's going to be 3 inches. After I've resized them, I'm going to take the smallest and one of the larger ones, align them so that they are centered, and I'm going to slice them so it creates a kind of ring or donut. That centerpiece I am not concerned with, so we're going to get rid of that. Since we don't need these shapes for the moment, I'm going to move them out of the way. Next, we need a trapezoid. My 5th grade geometry teacher would be so proud. The program doesn't have the shape available directly from its menu. We need to create one. This is really easy. All you need to do is insert a triangle and a square. I'm simply placing the square over the triangle, covering the top angle about 1/3 of the way. Then I select both shapes and slice. You're quickly going to become best friends with the slice and weld feature in this program. After I slice, we won't need the top portion of the triangle of the square or the square. I'm deleting those, and all I'm left with is the trapezoid. I'm going to resize this shape, and I'm going to use easy numbers to work with for later on. I'm going to make it 4 inches wide and 2 inches tall. Remember to unlock the sizing tool to make that adjustment. Now we have a trapezoid, but we need 2. I'm going to duplicate this one. Okay, from there, we're going to need another ring shape. So I'm going to insert another 2 circles. I'm resizing one to be 2 inches and the other to be 1 inch. And like before, I'm centering them together using the alignment tool in the toolbar and then slicing them. Again, I don't need the center, so I'm just going to delete that. Now I'm going to use a handy tool that I found so helpful when I want to line things up precisely. The positioning tool in the taskbar is one of my most used tools in this program. You can position your shapes on exact coordinates that take out some of the guesswork in measuring or aligning parts of your project. First, you have to understand how it works, though. Your workspace is set up on a grid with numbers along the sides and top. Yes, kiddies, we are using basic geometry we swore we'd never use in the adult world. Wait, is crafting adulting? I'm going to say it is. Moving right along. There is an X and Y axis. The X axis will move your shape right and left along the grid, while the Y axis will move it up and down. Using that positioning tool, I'm going to select my small ring and set the coordinates at 0, 0. This moves the ring to the top left corner of the grid. Next, I'm going to select my trapezoid, and I'm placing it at 0 and 1.75 inches. Both my shapes are aligned up against the left side now, but there is a slight overlap of 1/4 inch. I want to add that when I'm using the positioning tool, I try to use easy numbers that I can quickly divide up, such as halves, quarters, or tenths. Anyway, here I'm going to select both shapes again, and I'm going to head towards the alignment tool. Instead of selecting the center alignment like we did with the circles, this time I'm selecting the center horizontal option. This will center the shapes, but only along the x-axis and not the y. Once they are centered, I'm going to weld them together to create what will become the top portion of our ornament. Next, I'm going to duplicate our welded shape, so I have 2 of them. Then I'm going to resize each of them so they are 1 inch wide. The height will automatically reduce since the proportions are locked. Now for the trickiest part of the project. We want to create 2 pieces that will fit identically over each other. To do that, we're going to have to pay special attention to our measurements. I'm going to select one of our topper pieces, and using the positioning tool, I'm placing it at 0, 0. Once there, I'm going to take special note of how tall that shape is. I need to know that measurement so that I can place my next shape in the right place. Now I'm grabbing the large ring off to the side. Again, I'm heading to the positioning tool and putting in 0 and 0.8. This position allows for a slight overlap of my shapes, and it's easy for me to repeat on my next step. Once the shapes are positioned along the left side of my grid, I'm using the alignment tool once again and aligning them with the center horizontal option. Then again, I want to weld them together. The next step involves taking the remaining topper piece and the solid circle and welding them together using the previous steps. You know you did it right when your solid background piece and your frame piece measure the same height and width. In this case, 3.5 inches wide by 4.3 inches high. Yay, we're almost done. The last step involves making the decorative piece. We'll be using the last trapezoid and additional circles that I'll add into the project. I'm going to insert a circle and resize it to 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to duplicate it until I have 8 circles. I'm moving my trapezoid to the 0, 0 position. Then I'm going to line up my circles along the bottom edge of the trapezoid so that they overlap 1/4 inch. The y-axis will remain the same, and the x-axis will increase in 0.5 increments, going from 0 to 0.5 to 1 to 1.5, all the way across the bottom of the trapezoid until you get to 3.5. After the circles are in place, select all the shapes and weld them to create one solid shape, a ruffled trapezoid. The final step is to resize that trapezoid to 1 inch wide. Again, we are just adjusting the width, and the height will automatically change since the two are locked together. And we're done. So now we have an ornament that we can use to customize for a number of projects, including ornaments or even shaker cards. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!